Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Dead Unicorn. My name is Corey, and you know what? You know what I forgot to do before I started? I forgot to put people in their right little boxes. I am not. I'm
Our
just.
right little boxes.
Yep, everybody gets their little right box,
The travesty of it all.
and oh, trust me, people get upset with me. There you go.
When was a noise icon like with the Imperial guest houses?
What are you talking about?
Like I'm looking at my Roll20 thing, and I'm seeing a noise like character right by the Imperials.
Yeah, he was with Otomo Koryusai last game.
Oh, I
Right
thought they were
on.
traveling elsewhere for the
Well,
night.
that's not on the map. So,
Okay, gotcha.
okay, well, let's start out with a little introduction. My name's Corey. I'm the Game Master. We're playing Legend of the Five Rings, if you haven't already noticed. This is Winter's Embrace. It is Winter Court, and these are my players. We have Matt, Josh, and Crystal. And Tarek is not here yet. He's taking a little bio break. He'll be back as soon as he can. I promise. But
He's releasing the T virus into Raccoon City.
sure. We're before we do that, let me pay the bills a little quick here. Hey, I have a Patreon. It's called patreon.com/thedeadunicorn, and those are the guys scrolling up there.
Isn't it just Dead Unicorn?
Yeah, it's no the. It's just Dead Unicorn. I keep saying the, and I don't know why. But those dudes up there scrolling by, they're my patron squires, and I love them. And if you go there, you can donate if you like, and that's appreciated. But there's also cool like L5R adventures, and L5R NPCs, and L5R rules for alternative dueling that I created, and I put a lot of love in these, and they're all free. You don't have to donate to get them. Just go and grab them. That would be great, and I appreciate that. And hey, say hi or tell other people about it so they can go get them too. Good stuff. But if you are a Patreon subscriber, you can get this, the Florafolio. It's basically fantasy plants, and every so often we will update it with a new flower. This is only our second flower so far. As the weeks go by, we will try and update that as frequently as possible so you can flesh out your fantasy world with all sorts of neat flowers that you cannot find in the real world. So yeah, your Dungeons and Dragons game can have neat trees or bushes or things with a fantasy flavor. You could even put these things in Legend of the Five Rings. Why not? Also, there will be rules accompanying each one of these flora, these flowers and plants and such, for like Dungeons and Dragons or your favorite gaming system. If you're a Squire patron, you can just send me a message and I'll insert new rules there for you for your favorite game system. Hey, Tarek's back. So let's do the recap. We do the 30-second recap here. Basically, one person starts out and gives a 30-second recap and then names the next person to give their 30-second recap. It's also a character description. It's all in one. It's just 30 seconds. And I always starts with me. And get out my stopwatch. And here we go. 30 seconds on the clock. Boom. These guys are at Winter Court at the palaces of the Doji, the Crane clan. The Emperor's here. This is where he winters. So,
Snowbird.
these guys have been brought in by Kakita Ryoku. She is a poet, a storyteller, but she wants to know why the Mantis have been invited. And they've gotten some information about that, but it's not been relayed. Josh's character, Shiba Inoue, knows a little something, but will he reveal it to the other people? We don't know. But things are coming to a head right quick, and we're going to Josh.
Alrighty, so Shiba Inoue ended up taking Otomo Kuriosai to the geisha houses in order to gain such information, and ended up finding out that the invitation letter was not sent to the Mantis Clan. In fact, they just received an RSVP. So now he's gonna see what he can do in order to further push along this plot.
You have 4 seconds.
4 seconds.
2 seconds. No seconds. Next. Name the next person.
Tarek.
I feel sick.
For reals?
So the Komikage spent last game trying to communicate behind the scenes with the lion, the delegation of lion samurai in Kyuden Doji, trying to come up with a good way of subverting the crane and ensuring the lion have a prosperous season come spring.
5 seconds.
Matt.
Okay.
All right, so Tagashi Tatsuo basically spent his time last time trying to figure out what to do with he should proceed. So he asked Lord Tagashi for some insight as to why they're so interested in him, and the clue was blunt enough for him to kind of get that they are. And he is going to try to work around that information, and also did a meditation training session with Takashi Mitsu as well. Hina Nozomi.
All right, the last person left. Nozomi's still trying to work things out with trying to take care of her clan's needs. She has an idea of what to do about the water kami and her deal with what's her name? Asahina Takako. Still waiting to hear back from her on that, but in the meantime, she has talked to Izen from the Mantis clan about maybe getting the Mantis in to do some trade at the reduced taxes or something similar in order to help out with Crab getting more money for their war effort as a result of the trade. And
You're way over time now. We're done. All
now
right.
I just need to talk to the clan about the party.
That's right. Well, everybody should know about the party. Everybody got your clan got an invitation to a Mantis clan party the next night. But hey, anything else that's part of this recap? Y'all are gonna have to learn in game. In game. So, a shout out to Icthillian, who's in the comments, watching game
buddy.
with us. We appreciate
Posted.
you.
Wait, was I muted the whole time? Did y'all not even hear my recap?
No, we heard your
We did.
recap.
Okay,
We
good.
heard you.
All right. Just making sure.
No, Matt just went after you said to go by coincidence.
Yeah, so I just picked up on the visual context cues from the Zoom.
Yeah, my eyes are staring right at you. Can't you tell?
Okay. So we ended last game at the end of day 6. Unless there was anything I missed on day 6. Anybody needed something that needed to be done on day 6 evening?
I mean, I'm just gonna make sure that I let everyone know that the Crab are invited to a party thrown by Lady Megami tomorrow night.
Everybody knows.
All right, and go ahead.
Making sweet, passionate love to myself. Loudly.
I don't know what to pick up from that. I'm just
Well,
went over right
I
my
don't
head.
expect you'll be
Right
able
over
to
my
hear
head.
from that far away.
Well, the dragon embassy is pretty close to the lion
Dragon
embassy.
Embassy is
so you might be
next door to the lion, yeah.
Wait, what the hell did I miss?
kept up. The map?
The map?
Is that Matt?
Oh no! Like I get that, but like what was going on? That the joke just flew right over my head. I'm like, wait, what?
Kage is a womanizer.
Ah, okay,
That's the joke.
all right.
So,
And
in the morning-
I also want to let the game master know that, since I did a little bit of meditation, I used my experience points to upgrade my meditation rank.
okay. Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
So, day 7 begins. Kage. Whoop. Your mic is live. Your mic.
I know it is.
Kage, you wake up and you stretch, you get
another
up,
day.
you open your door, and in the door frame there is a like
Knife? Stab
kind of
directly
yeah.
into it?
There's like a very sharp object that there's a letter attached to it.
Is there any blood?
There is no blood. No blood.
Ominous.
No
I was
blood.
worried that the Meosukai regenerated and is now coming seeking its comeuppance.
Now,
I
are
will
we
take a look.
talking like
I
it's
will-
been tied onto the sharp object, or the sharp object has been plunged through the paper?
Semantics.
You know what? I'm gonna say it's tied. It's tied onto the sharp ob. It's tied onto like the little knife kunai kind of thing.
Okay,
Ah,
at least
mission
at least
orders.
whoever did this didn't do it into my pillow while I slept. I
Right
will
through your
investigate the
head.
before I touch anything. I'm going to investigate the sharp object and the letter to see, like, read it on the door frame for a moment before
There's-
pulling it off. and
It's
taking
it's
it,
in an
making sure
and
that
it's
safe.
like it's been folded.
But it doesn't show any outward signs of being poisoned or.
You do not
Like, my
find
character's a
any
paranoid
powder.
magistrate, so he's
You
gonna
find no
try to
powder or
investigate it.
liquid or residue upon any of it.
Okay, then I'll pull out the sharp instrument and pull the note.
Okay.
And kind of put it into my sleeves, walk away like nothing occurred, and then I will read it once I get into the in like food, go get food, go back into my room, read it, and eat my food.
Okay. I will tell you what it says in a moment.
Okie doke.
Private
Um,
DM.
Hidenozome, Shiba Noe, and Togashi Tatsuo. You are awakened as a servant. Says that there is a letter for you,
Oh,
and there is a letter there with a spike with a little loop at the end of it, and they deliver that to you.
Interesting.
all right. I will
I
go
take it.
ahead.
They said it was
take the servant's
found-
letter and
They
Read
say they tell you it was found in the wall of the guest house, but is addressed to you. Your name is printed on them.
That is an amazing setup, Corey.
Interesting.
I like that because you recognize that my character wakes up early before the servants. So I find mine and they get theirs delivered. That's awesome. I love the world building there.
Oh yeah,
Printed.
there was words on the folded up part. It had your name on it.
Okay, good.
Okay. So as everybody takes the letter in and reads it, it says, "If you value your safety and reputation, abandon your current line of inquiry. We are watching."
knew
My
I should-
automatic response was to actually go gather everyone up.
Who is everyone?
The party.
Oh, All right.
That's
After
happened in the evening. I've got
after the information that I learned, it's like, oh, this isn't good. And I make haste with the note.
All right. You run to the crab embassy because it's the first one on your way.
Yeah.
Crystal, what is Hida Nozomi doing after she gets that letter?
Sitting here wondering what the heck they're talking about as far as my current line of inquiry. And then going to get some breakfast.
All right. You're like, time for breakfast. Let them come. Pick up my hammer, put it over my shoulder. It's breakfast time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the crab thing to do.
Slow fitting.
Okay, as you're eating your breakfast, which is some hearty barley noodles and pork cutlet, and an egg. Of course, gotta have that egg in there.
Of course, it makes it all nice and creamy.
Yeah. A servant brings into the mess Shiba and Noe.
Oh.
I could just imagine the crab like catcalling the fancy phoenix. It's like, yo, what you doing here?
Good morning, Inoue-san. It's
I
early.
I just got this urgent letter. I'm checking to see if you have too, since we've all been assigned a task. It worries me because of the new information I received, but I wanted to share it with everyone who's involved. I'm not sure if you're concerned about the situation or not.
I'm not sure whether or not to be concerned at this point. But first things first, I can't work on an empty stomach, and you shouldn't either.
Of course.
Join me for breakfast if you haven't already eaten.
I have not, but I want to gather everyone up. So I appreciate the offer, but I do want to get to the others as well. We can all meet together before, I don't know if you guys have any plans later on, but I just want to inform everyone of the current situation before we fully start our day.
Okay, well, I would be happy to meet up with you after I finished eating.
Okay.
Let's see.
I guess we'll meet up later. I guess we can meet at the tea house so we can discuss this, or if we can find someplace a little bit more private, since this is a sensitive topic.
I'm sure we can
and
find
there's
some
threats.
quiet corner in one of the gardens.
Okay.
What do you say, about an hour?
There's a Hida saying, "There's someone threatening you."
Not really sure. I mean, I got a strange letter in the middle of the night.
Yeah. The servant was bringing it to you. Some sort of ninja, right?
That's what it
Oh,
seems
these
like.
crane can be dramatic. Don't even worry about it.
If you value your safety and reputation.
Yeah, that sounds like an underhanded crane, courtier trick to me. They're trying to scare you. Ah, they're all talk.
Could very well be true, but one can't be too cautious. Anyway, I must go. Enjoy your breakfast.
Thank you.
Watch out for assassins!
I do a double glance, like, you might be right, kind of look.
That's all anybody talks about now in the crab guest house, as everybody wants to see the letter.
I mean, I'll let them see it and be like, yeah, I'm not even sure what they're talking about.
Okay, Shiba Inoue is going to go... You know what? What if I hit the Q button? What? This is feet? That's not... Yeah, he goes 35 feet.
I'm hoping it.
Right.
These are tiny houses, man.
What is this? A castle for ants?
Last night's Borg cube for ants.
Exactly. You know, I can go into the settings and change it from, like, feet to yards to whatever I want.
This is doing them by tenths of feet. Which is really weird when you think about it, since feet are normally divided into twelfths.
So let's change it into... Oh, here's meters. Maybe that'll make more sense.
Meters.
Alright, now it's meters.
But no.
That's
I
still
mean,
too small.
It's just assuming that a square is 5 feet.
Actually,
What's
that
the
seems about
conversion
right.
ratio?
Meters seems about closer
Like
to
3
what
feet
we're
to a
doing.
meter? Maybe. I mean, 8 meters across. A building 8 meters across.
Yeah.
Like,
Maybe that is
21
still too small.
How many square feet are these little?
We can do
No, you would just have to change your scale,
custom.
not which measuring system
Can
you're
we trust
using.
the scale?
What's UN? What does UN stand for?
United Nations.
Now it's 21 UNs. Yep. it's we're traveling in UNs now, guys.
Where we're going, we don't need uns.
Okay.
Units.
Togashi Tatsuo. What is he
Alright.
doing in the morning? Where's he headed off to?
All right, so I'm gonna try speaking in third person because I'm trying to see if I could distance myself as a player from Tatsuo. But let's see. So Tatsuo gets up and wrangles Momo up because he has to get ready to pick up some of the. I want to say packages, but.
The shipment?
Heyo.
Shipment, yes, the shipment. He needs to pick up the shipment from the Mantis clan.
Ship?
Oh, we got Momo on the
ships,
board now.
and-
Momo's here.
Hey, Momo.
Dwarf.
I haven't seen him in ages.
Because I, as the player character, completely forgot about Momo, and I am so sorry about that, everyone.
Momo doesn't care that you forgot about him. He's just happy that you're paying attention to him now.
Tatsuo didn't forget him, but I did. But regardless of that, also, is today the day of the Sumai?
Yes, today is the day of the Sumai. It's the afternoon.
And that's the afternoon.
And-
Okay, so
And
let's
something
see.
else?
If Tatsuo
Mantis
doesn't
party.
bump into Shiba Inoue, he's gonna make his way to the Mantis clan ships to pick up the shipment. But if he does bump into him, like Tatsuo, I assume he would have already had his breakfast and just said, "Okay, time to get rolling."
Okay, which way are you taking? Are you going around the Scorpion guest house or are you going through the Thousand Blossom Path?
Well, I wonder which one's the shorter one.
Oh, probably around the Scorpion guest house. Because the Thousand Blossom Path is all twisty and turny.
Yeah, let's
kinda
go
lazy.
by the Scorpion guest house.
All right, as you
Not
come
like I'm expecting a tranquilizer dart or anything to hit me.
as you come around the Scorpion guest house, as you're
I don't know.
approaching
I
it,
kind of feel like
you
it's
see
more
Shiba
likely
Inoue
to be
coming up the road towards you.
the Imperials who want us to stop.
That
Hello,
was
Inoue.
my guess.
What brings you over here?
Did you get a note this morning?
Oh, you too? Well, that's
I'm gathering everyone up because I've gained some information as of last night with Otomo Kuriosa. So I would like to do it privately, even though.
Okay, I can do this later this morning. I have a shipment that I need to pick up from the Mantis clan ships. So
Right,
if you
right.
if you would like to join me, walk and talk, like I can also do that. If not, I'll take care of the shipment first, bring everything back to the Dragon Clan embassy, and then I'll meet with you wherever you're going to be setting up our like group meeting. So where is it going to be located at?
Well, what was it? I talked with Hida-san, and we agreed to what was the location again?
You said the tea house, or somewhere else.
Last time I said
You
the
said-
tea house, but I also said
The floating tea
more.
house, perhaps?
You said the tea house or something more private.
I said,
Yes.
I'm sure we can find someplace private in one of the gardens.
The garden, right?
So I'll make these.
Around the tea house or a garden area. I'll probably be joining you. You're probably already on your way. But I need to get to Komokage, just so I can get everyone together, because this information to me can change a lot of our perceptions towards the whole mantle.
So I'll look for all of you at the Gardens of the Crane then.
Okay.
All right. So thank you very much for letting me know, but I best be on my way.
Of course, by all means.
All right. Thank you. So Tagashi, makes his merry way with Momo, and just is trying to be a straight shooter, and he's trying to make sure that everything is kosher.
All right, off to the Mantis
Hey,
you
Corey.
go. But we're going to continue on with Shiba Inoue, who is running
Corey.
around town. The sky is falling, and no one seems to care.
Just call him Wee Willy Winky.
While this is all going on, my character is going to be trying to analyze the writing, the actual lettering, the font, see if I can recognize any of the patterns that are used.
Make a calligraphy
writing.
check.
You mean
composition?
composition?
It's composition, yes. Sorry, in the
Uh,
old game
Or
it
are
was
you
just called
going
calligraphy.
for aesthetics?
He wants exactly how the lettering is, so we're going to go with calligraphy.
You mean composition?
Composition. That's what I meant always.
It's how to write good. I guess I'll go with fire.
For theorize?
Okay, sure.
I figure it's that or air. That refine or invent. Maybe adapt would work. I'm not sure.
You can use the scholar group here to recall, survey,
Oh, yeah,
theorize,
yeah.
analyze, or sense.
I'm analyzing for sure.
Analyze.
Okay, analyzing is air.
Okay. Split out.
Pretty good.
3 successes and an opportunity.
Yes. 3 successes and an opportunity. You'll take a strife. And boop-a-doop-a-doo. If you fail, remove 1 strife. Learn another character in the scene's demeanor. Notice interesting details.
Or you can go with.
I'm gonna apply that to
specifically
acting subtly,
artisan
so you
things.
don't, so nobody knows, like,
Oh.
thinks it's weird that you're in your room all day studying this thing, or
Yeah, all morning.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this
That's
is what
fair.
you get from this letter. These letters are precisely done by a calligraphist,
Calligrapher.
a calligrite.
Goddamn calligrites.
A calligologist. And
Sounds legit.
No, he's the
it is done
calligologist.
in a very formal and imperial like way.
Very official looking.
Very official looking.
the written version of speaking in RP.
So like you would think that this type of writing would come from an official document, but it is a threat that was put onto your door. And as you figure that information out, Shiba Inoue comes a knocking.
Well, someone knocks on my door. I'm assuming, unless
Yes.
it's like a servant who introduces him.
It's still the knock at your door.
Okay. I walk up to my door slowly.
And the servant will say, Shiba Inoue is here to see you.
Have a guess?
Oh, okay. Then I put my sword down.
The one you had raised just behind the door.
Yeah,
I
an
was about
official
to say, I
announcement.
walk up to the door with my sword in my hand, ready to be able to draw it just in case. But as soon as I hear the thing, I'll just like lean it onto the wall and slide the door open.
All right.
And then like pop the latch and then slowly slide the door open. Inoue-san.
Give me a second. Good morning. I presume that you got a letter.
I look back at my like a little table over my tatami mat. Indeed.
Yes, as is everybody else who is involved in this Mantis situation.
Okay.
I wanted to bring everyone together to discuss the situation because I've found new news involving this from Otomo Kuriosai.
What is it?
The Mantis was never sent an invitation. The crane received an invitation.
You mean
Or
an RSVP?
sorry, an RSVP, but they never sent out an invitation to invite the Mantis.
For a second, Kage looks completely like nonplussed by the information that you provide, and then all of a sudden he starts laughing. Where do you want to meet?
I'm thinking either the tea house or the gardens.
I thought the crane was supposed to be trained for this sort of thing.
I have a sneaking
Delightful.
suspicion. I have a sneaking suspicion that it's not the crane, but Mia Satoshi directly.
Okay. I'll be there in the gardens. You said
Yes,
in an hour.
in an hour.
Right. I have time for some calisthenics. I will meet you in the gardens. Do not fear. I have little concern that we are in any real danger here.
From Imperials?
From anyone. I fear that I am facing more danger in my political dealings with the crane than we will as a result of whatever investigation we are attempting to complete.
Likewise, I'm just a cautious person, so
Of course.
it
It will
never.
serve you well as a magistrate. Just is the servant gone at this point, Corey?
The servant basically
servant,
would
yeah,
just
he-
introduced him and left.
And left. That's all it is,
Good.
yeah.
Then I'll say under my breath, just don't get caught with any more drugs, Shiba-san. Have you eaten yet?
No, I have not. I immediately got this information and worried about the
certainly
whole
hope-
situation.
I certainly hope you were not up all night fretting.
No, because once I learned of the information, I didn't think anything of it. Well, what I was going to share with you guys, share with you all later this evening, until I received this, which just clued me into someone knows, and I took that as a threat from the Imperials.
Hmm.
which also might be working with Crane. So I'm not certain.
I imagine that whoever sent these letters is simply trying to save face, and browbeating magistrates does not always end positively for those who are doing the intimidation.
Okay.
But if they wish to challenge us, it is on my honor as a lion to meet that challenge head on, and I will do so with courage. We have faced worse than this, Shiba-san, as I clap you on the shoulder. Don't forget, we fought an Oni inside of the Shadowlands together. We can do that and come out unscathed. Perhaps we can do anything.
Perhaps, but I have less faith in my cordial battles than I do with chanting spells and taking down a physical adversary.
Politics is a dangerous game.
And the whole reasons why I don't like to dabble in it.
Perhaps you should get more into games. I'm sure that the strategy will suit you when placing yourself into the arena of the courtiers. But again, fear not, they are usually small and frail. Cannot do much harm to you that way.
I've gained a lot more damage from words than from anything. And I like kind of just rub my scar, looking on the side.
At least you do not need to worry about a doji charging you in battle. More likely, they will just try to throw insults at you. Or buy your property from under you. Again, less for you to worry about. You are a phoenix after all.
Or kick a
You've been
hacky
allied.
sack
Your clan
at
has been
you.
allied with the crane for centuries.
And yet somehow I feel like I'm through this court, I'm making slow enemies of them.
The crane are fickle and sway with the wind, much like the willows that grow in their lands. If you would like, you can join me for my calisthenics. Get some exercise in you.
I believe my travels to get here have gotten me my exercise. I'm actually going to go get myself some breakfast.
Indeed, I will meet you in the gardens in an hour.
All right. See
Until
you
then, I'm going to practice my swordsmanship.
Of
I
course.
fear that I may need my skill with my blade sooner rather than later. At least I hope so.
I forget. Are you participating in this month?
No.
I was just making sure because
That is more of a Togashi Tatsuo sort of activity, and I'm sure he will excel, but I have not trained quite as heavily in unarmed combat as perhaps I should. Owing to my own family founder. Koma himself was quite the pit fighter, so I have not been one for fighting for money. At least not yet. My career is not over, however, so eventually I shall probably engage, but for now, there's much more pressing matters to deal with.
Maybe you could always schedule a friendly battle between you and Chagatai. Because you guys seem to be getting along that one night.
I have a feeling that he may have spent much of his life beating other men in the dirt. It's not something I am particularly fond of, but if he wishes to do so, perhaps I will give him some entertainment.
Perhaps. Thank you for assuring me. My worries have gone to my head, especially first thing in the morning. I'll leave you to your
Alarming
business.
if you have not received death threats before.
I
But
have
in our line
one-
of work, I assure you, this will not be the last.
I have received death threats before, and it's actually from the very person I befriended.
Trouble in paradise.
Yeah.
This is also so often the case.
All's fair love and war.
I turn and slide my sword into my obi, or my swords, into my obi, and I
I
pick up
just
a boken.
noticed the factor that you pulled it from the side of the door, so I'm like,
Yeah, beside the door.
you were kind of worried.
I pick up my boken, rest it on my shoulder. I'll walk you out.
Thank you.
So, just I'm noticing everybody's like fatigue and strife. Just so you know, Josh, you should be down at I believe five strife, because
Yes.
after every scene you go down to half your composure.
Of course, I just opened up roll 20, so I was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like everything was still there, and I'm just getting
But-
things set up.
Running so far and getting up in everybody and preparing this meeting, and I know it was stressful for you, I'm going to give you 3 strife.
Fair enough.
And also because you thought somebody was going to come to murder you, I'm giving Kage 3 strife as well.
Okay.
The other 2 didn't seem to give much of a care. Like the monk's like, death threat. Well, time to go pick up my shipment. Can't be late for that. I gotta pick up that shipment. There are peasants that need to be saved.
And then there's me like, well, they didn't kill me in my sleep. I'm good.
and like plus the assumption is that whatever he's doing shouldn't be related to the Imperials. Like, am I really insulting anyone? So he's like, like it's probably someone being blustery.
My character is more paranoid than worried. It's not so much that he was like concerned that someone was going to come and kill him, as much as he's like,
Who's
there are
listening?
many people who could potentially want to kill me. So, best to be prepared at the very least.
Well, we're gonna go over to the person who has something 100% ready for this morning.
Yeah.
Is that you, Crystal?
No, it's Tatsuo.
Yeah, it's Tatsuo. Tatsuo.
Yeah.
Tatsuo, you
Go
get to
get
the
your
guest house of the Mantis.
All right.
There's a Mantis guard waiting outside. He's doing a small kata in front of the door with 2 sickle blades,
Oh.
2 little scythes.
Sickles.
He sees you come up, and he puts them in his obi, and he gives you a bow.
Tatsuo gives him a bow back.
Monk Son,
Mm-hmm.
Dragon Son,
Yes.
you have business here?
I'm here to see Izen and pick up my shipment from the ship.
They're down in the port.
Ah, okay. So where could you direct me to where it might be?
Yeah, you go all the way down to the ocean.
All right, I'll just go ahead and make
And
my
there
way.
are
And
docks
just,
there.
Awkwardly, like kind of like skedaddles. It's like, okay, I'm
Don't
gonna make
forget, there need to be wooden docks at the ocean too. That's where it is. You can't just go anywhere.
I assume
The
it's
rocky
on
cliffs
Susano.
are wrong.
like Tatsuo
And he starts
can,
laughing to he
can,
laughs
like,
to
hear
himself.
that tone. It's like, okay. He thinks
I
I'm
like
a
your
little-
dog.
He's like, okay, he thinks I'm a little slow. I'm just gonna go.
Okay,
Nah, he's just a
dude.
smart ass.
He's like, you don't need to rub it in.
All right, it takes you a while to get down to town, of course, and down there is where the docks are and the boat. Oops, no, you stay in the Phoenix Clan embassy. Okay.
Oh, okay, so it's like next to the town.
Yep. Of course, going all the way down here, you're probably going to miss your meeting in the garden.
Oh. Darn it! I thought it was gonna happen like later in the morning.
He
It's
said
an
in
hour.
In an hour.
1 hour.
Well, like Shiba Inoue.
It's all right. It's not like we'll worry and think that you were murdered while you were off gallivanting around town or anything.
I probably
We
will.
knew where. Well, I
like,
knew where you were
so,
heading.
so I said like later on, Tatsuo discussed with Shiba Inoue. Okay, like I will see you later on in the morning after I get my shipment. So hopefully
Yeah.
that provided enough
You
context.
can go get a shipment.
Hmm?
And if I'm having breakfast, everyone's going to be meeting in an hour. Yeah, I'll just assume that he was held up at the docks.
Well, we will see. Juvy's in our comments. Hey, Juvie, thanks for joining us. As always, we're doing Legend of the Five Rings.
What's he saying?
He just said he made it. He made it here.
You know, you can bring it up and see the chat. Just need to go to the channel.
Okay, like I only need to keep it active though, right?
You keep it muted so you're not listening to it while we're.
You can even just pause the video. You can just look at the chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
I think you can even pop out the chat.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, you can pop out the chat. Just have the chat open.
All right. But first, let's get on to the dock mission.
You can even have it make you a sandwich. No. That would be great. YouTube, get on that.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, get your
Sandwich
sandwich
delivery.
technicians
Wait,
to work.
didn't like World of Warcraft have an emote that ordered you a pizza from like Pizza Hut or Domino's or
I-
something?
Think
What?
so? You have to connect it to your account, I think.
Yeah, you
It
can,
sounds
and then
like-
you'd like slash pizza, and then a pizza would just be delivered to you of the one you wanted. That's in your account settings, and slash pizza, and you'd get a pizza like 20 minutes later.
Or was that an April Fool's thing?
This. But then
I
again,
mean, it
I
wouldn't be hard to implement that kind of thing. You just need access to the Pizza Hut or whatever API.
No,
do it.
then again, I never played World of Warcraft, so.
I can imagine that is a thing because I can imagine people playing World of Warcraft specifically ordering, being so lazy that or so engaged that they wouldn't want to leave their monitor long enough to order a pizza.
Slash pizza,
Sounds like something.
pepperoni. Enter.
Do I want to wait for those Tostino's pizza rolls,
Mom!
or do I want someone to deliver my food to me? Delivery.
Too, so I know.
You know, since we're
Deliver
talking
me
about it,
pizza rolls.
I'm going to go deeper into this rabbit hole. Have you noticed that Totino's pizza rolls taste great, but the actual Totino's pizzas taste like salt hell? They're
I'm not sure that I've
disgusting.
ever had a Totino's pizza, and I probably haven't had a pizza roll since I was 5.
Phillian just went slash just slash sushi. And I'm like, I wish.
Nice.
I freaking wish.
DoorDash, get on that.
Oh, Juvy's asking what's good in your hood, Matt.
What's good in my hood?
Yeah.
Oh. Just playing the game with my homies. That's all. And being an absolute goober.
Oh, he made beer can chicken. That's delicious.
What?
Beer
We're
can
reading-
chicken?
we're reading the
Where you put a
comments.
can of beer inside the chicken? You roast it? No? Nobody?
Okay.
Put the bird upright. Yo, I know what you're talking about. I'm
Mind
watching
you,
a Food
we are
Network.
on like a 20-second to 1 minute delay between what
Yeah.
we
Juby
can
won't know
hear and
about
what
this
we
until-
see and what they can see on the video. So
Yeah. Juby won't know that we're talking about his delicious chicken until like a minute and a half from now.
I know. Or you can just type it in and he'll see it automatically.
It's true.
But let's get to the docs. Y'all can have fun in the comments in the live
Downward
chat
docs.
while me and Matt we do the docs. So it's nice, fresh, salty sea air. It's very chilly. It's winter time. The dog doesn't seem to mind. He's happy to get out. There are mantis sailors kind of walking up and down the docks. Some have like some boxes or like big things of rope. Others are just kind of chilling out and having a bowl of hot noodles or whatever. They're happy to be on land.
All right, awesome. So Tatsuo will go out of his way to just look for the ship that Izan might be on, or maybe even ask one of the sailors to point him to the right ship.
They point you right over to the Susanoo.
Ooh. All right, so Tatsuo will go ahead and make his way with Momo and like head over to the Susanoo.
All right.
And find the shipment. And if it's like too much for him to like carry, then he'll probably ask for assistance.
Well, you see Hitoshi tying down some rigging and some sails, making sure he's got more bolts for extra sails, and he's like making sure that they're folded properly and tied properly so they could be put into storage. And other sailor nautical things that need to be done on ships, which I don't know because I am not.
Understandable.
But yes.
The jib and the poop deck.
But before you are able to get on the ship, there's a mantis sailor that gets in your way, and he puts his hand out with a yo-ho.
Yo-ho!
Yo-ho!
So, all right. So Tatsuo like slows down and takes a minute and says, my apologies. I'm here to see Captain Eason. Like, I'm here to pick up a shipment. And also out of character, like, I also wanted to make sure that I also took my receipt with me as well to, as proof of purchase.
Okay.
So it's tucked away in your clothes.
Hitoshi says, it's okay. He's a friend. Let him on. And the guy was about to look at your note, like, demand to see it up close, but when Hitoshi says something, he's like, all right. Welcome to Susana No. Welcome to the Susana O.
Thank you. So Tagashi, makes his way through, and also thanks Hitoshi for, the what's the right word? Just letting him pass through without any incident.
Hitoshi says, Captain! Taisho!
Taicho!
And he'll come, Eason will come on down.
Taisa.
Mm-hmm.
Taisa?
That's Captain Taisa.
Isn't Taisho? No?
Taisa. Taisa. Taisa?
Taisa? Maybe it is. Maybe it's Taisa.
I'm not really
Captain?
sure exactly what military ranks are what.
You watch Shogun, you know Anjin a lot.
My favorite one is Riko Gunshokan. Because it sounds like a robot.
Beep,
I
boop,
have no
I am
idea.
the Rikuganu Shogun.
That's like the commander of the army.
You ever watch Shogun, the miniseries, or read the book Shogun, which I guess it's a book first? The main character, they couldn't say his name, and he was the captain of a ship, so they called him Anjin, which is pilot, ship pilot. And so, yeah, you get very well acquainted with Anjin-san. As a word, as a phrase.
So I saw, I did a quick Google Translate, so it's probably not really all that accurate, but it said great difference as a translation now. I'm like,
Great what?
is that right? Taisa, I put it in Google Translate, and I understand that it's, kind of give or take with that. It said great difference as a translation.
I know in Full Metal Alchemist, Roy Mustang was Taisa.
That's what
and
it
they
is.
translated that to Colonel.
Okay.
It's a high-ranking dude.
Yeah,
Taisa.
in L5R, Taisa is the rank of captain of a legion under the command of a Sherikan, which is like commander.
But
And then Riko Gunshokan is above that.
I guess if you're like the captain of a ship, it's different than a captain of a military, because
It is.
they are two different
Yeah.
things. We just use
Yeah.
captain for both because we're plebs.
Captain is,
No, I actually
A
have a
rank,
dictionary here, and it actually says
and it's also a
Taisa
position.
is a colonel for the Navy.
Oh,
Kicho is actually a captain of an aircraft, and Kancho is actually a captain of a warship. So that's the difference.
what captain of the warship was
But
what?
What about a merchant ship?
Kancho.
What?
Kancho.
Ancho?
Kancho is
Oh,
a captain
Kancho.
of a warship.
Concho.
Concho sounds much better for Aizen, though he's mainly a merchant ship. I think pilot as an Anjin might be the best one.
All right. Yeah, we could probably use that as a substitute.
Concho sounds good too. Anyways, these details aside,
Captain.
Captain. He walks up. Togashi Tatsuo-san, good to see you. Glad you're here.
It's great to see you too. I give him a short, curt bow. And forgot to refer myself, my character in third person. So, Tatsuo will ask, like, if he can perhaps see the shipment himself, and
Sure, come on down to the hold.
All right, thank you.
He'll walk you down. There's a whole bunch of crates stacked up, and they're all tagged out for you. They all have basically they all have a little slip of paper that's been like nailed to it with a little Dragonmon that's been stamped on it.
Cool.
It's like they're all yours.
All right. Thank you very much for your assistance. And I will also make sure to speak with my.
Could you bring your mic up closer?
Sorry, and Tatsuo will also say I'll also be sure to start saying things up to have students come in to our schools sometime soon. I'll speak with the delegation about it.
Of course.
And I'll go ahead and prepare the crates on like a cart, perhaps. And if it's a little too much for Tatsuo to handle, maybe he can spend some boo to get some assistance. To have them delivered or help him deliver the crates to the guest house of the Dragon Clan.
Well, we're gonna get them off our boat first. If that's all right, we'll put them on the dock, and you can grab them however you want.
All right, thank you very much. So, Tatsuo will oblige, and just see if he can get out of everyone's way.
He'll take you back up to the deck. He'll tell some swabbies to stack the stuff up on the net. Then he'll get the crane to come in, and they'll bring it up out of the hold, and they'll just kind of drop it on the dock. And he'll say that it's all there for you. You can get some people to deliver it up, or you can make the runs yourself. However you want to do it.
All right, thank you.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
At the moment, I just wanted to make sure that everything was in order, and it seems that everything is all good. So
it's
thank
all
you very
there.
much for your patience.
If you wanted to look, you didn't look inside them.
Oh, okay. So out of character, I thought that's what you did, but
okay. then yes, that all happened, and he popped one of the crates open, and there were fine silks. They were done in. They're not made into kimonos or anything.
Yes,
but
just
so they need
silk.
to be prepared.
They're just the silks that are to be made. Some of them are plain. Some of them have patterns woven into them. All sorts of things, but they have been all loomed. They've been woven.
All right.
Oh, yeah, you're not just getting silk thread.
Yeah.
All right, excellent. So he'll Tatsuo
be
will
really
go ahead
funny.
get back onto the dock and prep the shipment. And if once again, if it's too much for him to handle, he'll see if he could probably hire some journeymen or sailors or whomever to assist him.
You can get some guys to, if you're paying, people will come and they'll carry a crate each and bring it on up to the Dragon Clan guest house.
Oh, okay. I was thinking perhaps getting a cart and pulling it. Tatsuo's not above pulling a cart.
You can get a cart too. And you can put the expense to the Dragon Clan, and they'll pay for it. So, this is
okay.
It is an expense for the Dragon Clan, so
Yep.
you're fine there.
All right, cool.
Okay, that will take a while.
Yeah.
So, while you're doing that, everybody else meets up in the gardens.
Oh, sorry to interrupt, but is there any way I could perhaps shorten the process by doing a fitness roll?
You want to sprint it?
Not really, because you still have to wait for the slowest people you hired to get up there, unless you just want to say deliver all these things and just leave them to do it and not supervise them.
I'd rather make sure that that everything is supervised. So Yeah.
Okay, so that's gonna
Especially
take
with
a while.
something worth that much money.
It's gonna take a while.
That's your money, man.
Yeah.
Because if you start sprinting ahead of like the others that you hired to do this, that's not that's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Anyways, in the garden, 3 of you meet.
Well, see, he could have tried to do that if he'd gotten a cart and put all the stuff on the cart and pulled it himself.
So Corey-
no.
Except that's a lot of stuff.
Can you increase your strength to like Hercules strength? Is that something you can do?
He's a monk. He can do anything.
I'm not saying he can't. He's not able
I
to
mean,
do it.
theoretically, he could have.
I'm saying I don't know if he has that ability. I'm pretty sure he
Yeah,
doesn't.
like which Kehoe would that be? Like I'm sure it's an Earth Kehoe.
I think it's more of a water Kehoe, but maybe that's me.
To
I
make
think it's more
yourself
of a water
stronger.
Kehoe too.
Anyways, that's neither here nor there.
We're in the gardens.
You're in the gardens.
I was gonna say I show up basically right after I talk with the Shiba. I literally walk into the gardens and do the whole thing that I did last time, where I take my shirt off and practice my sword strikes with my boken until everybody
Okay.
else shows up.
You're practicing where you expect to meet us.
Yeah. And you know, in the path of where people might be walking in the morning for an early stroll, so I can show off my bod.
I want your bod.
Everyone does.
No, do you guys remember those commercials for Bod body spray
Yeah.
for
Yes.
men?
Hot bod.
I thought it was Axe body spray.
No, it was bod body spray.
It was bod.
Before.
I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever seen those.
It came in what looked like a spray bottle for cleaner.
It looked like what you would use to spray a cat who you don't want on the furniture or something.
Like a Windex bottle.
And the commercials were just like
Hot bod.
tight
It's
bod.
not like
I
that once
want
it
your
goes
bod.
They
midnight.
just sounded like it always sounded to me like it was a commercial for like a sex phone line.
Yes.
That's exactly what I'm talking
Like if you
about.
ever hear it and just on the TV, you're not paying attention, you'd be like, am I watching like a sex infomercial? What the fuck am I? And then you look over and it's like dudes playing volleyball.
Were
You're
you?
like, okay, then now I'm just confused.
So I'm gonna tell an embarrassing story. You want to hear?
Yes.
Of course.
And to all the wolves.
And so does our audience. Juvie is waiting on the edge of his seat.
Okay.
Oh, apparently bod
God.
still exists.
Oh god.
Meat.
They've changed the bottles a little bit.
looks like
It looks even
409.
more like cleaner now.
Like a bottle of 409. Okay. You know how phones we used to have landlines? And-
What?
Yeah. And
I don't
if your entire house was wired to the same line, so if one person picked up the phone, they could hear another person's conversation.
Uh-huh.
When I was a kid, I called one of those phone sex lines. And my mother picked up the phone while I was... Yeah, she picked up the phone, and I was like, oh my god!
Click.
Pepperidge Farm, remember?
When she make herself known, she's like Corey.
Immediately. Corey, what are you
Corey,
talking
what are you
to?
doing?
Yeah, exactly. Immediately. There's no playing with me. There's no, any of this. This is you're in trouble right now.
Immediately.
I hope you were entertained, chat.
Anyways, y'all finally all meet in the garden. Kage is nice and sweaty by the time you get there.
Yep. Scars bristling in the sunlight.
Ah. Good morning, Kage. I see you're showing off.
I'm just practicing and getting in some well-deserved calisthenics.
Of course, you're just practicing.
Indeed. I offer a polite bow to Nozomi and then a nod over at the Shiba as I put my kimono back up over my chest and just
don't
hold
catch
my boken to the side. Shall we take a walk?
Yes.
Yes.
I assume we start making our way down into like the weird path down here where there's a lot more privacy.
Sure.
I mean, I assume we have figured out that Tatsuo is not gonna be here for a while.
Yeah, you wait, and he's not. You don't see him.
It's been a few minutes.
Yeah, I informed them. He went to go pick up a shipment as I informed him, so I was kind of expecting that he'd be taking longer than expected. So if anything,
yes.
keep him in the loop a little later.
We'll just have to talk to him at the
letters,
party.
Like, we could have gone as a group, and you could have like done a little bit of investigating on that ship as to how they got their invitation, but that went all up in smoke.
Well, as soon as I found out that they never had to RSVP, they already sent one. I was just like, that already takes care of that problem.
Well, it won't be somebody's handwriting that you recognize.
Right. So as we're walking, I actually inform them of the information that I received.
Yes, the Imperials, they did not formally send an invitation to the Mantis, and to be honest with everyone, I'm getting rather annoyed with the entire process we have engaged in so far.
You seemed like you were laughing earlier, so I was...
Indeed,
Taken
I'm
aback.
laughing at the incompetence of the Crane. They cannot manage their own winter court, and as such were bamboozled into inviting the Mantis, who they did not want to arrive, and are slowly losing the battle of influence to the Mantis in relation to trying to marry off one of their family members to the Imperial line. It is quite laughable, in my opinion.
How can you be certain it's a Crane implementing all this?
I'm not saying that the Crane are implementing all of this. I'm saying it is the Crane's job to attend to the court they are setting up within their capital city. And if they are failing this badly, perhaps we should not interfere. Let them sink or swim on their own. It is... Ryoku has tasked us with protecting her own reputation. And she has done so with no resources to ensure that we are taken care of. It is not so much something that I am keen on continuing forward. I say, personally, if we are to gather any additional information on why the Mantis have arrived, which is fair to do, they obviously have some aim at this winter court. But is it really... Are we really going to lower ourselves to deal with the Cranes... Or deal with doing the Cranes' bidding simply for... what? To stop them from being shamed at their own event?
Well, don't you think it's equally likely that it's the Imperials who are after us? I mean,
If the Imperials are
they
after
were
us
more
because they are
responsible for
ashamed-
invitations than the Crane.
If the Imperials are also upset because we are investigating the appearance of the Mantis, which would shine badly on them, why continue the investigation at all? What do we gain out of doing this? To shame the Mantis as a minor clan and lord over them as major clans? What is the point?
I just seek the truth, especially since
Mere curiosity.
Given my current circumstances with the Crane so far, my dealings have been very negative so far.
More reason to ask why we are engaged in protecting them to begin with.
Because I'm a man of my word. My honor, my master demands it.
Your master demands that you protect the Crane from their own failing.
My master demands that I right a wrong that I've... That's beside the point.
Is that, I was about to say, is that anything to do with protecting the crane and their reputation?
It has to do with protecting alliances within the Phoenix Crane situation.
Well, personally, I think that the Mantis have arrived. There is little we can do to remove them from Winter Court, even if we were to find that their invitation was fraudulent. They are here. They have gained entrance into the courts. They do not seem to have any nefarious plot to assassinate or murder anybody here, or steal influence or gold from the Doji treasuries. I fear this is more of a show of political might, and we may be encouraging that that conflict rather than resolving it. And if we all think back to when we were students in the Castle of the Emerald Champion, Doji Satsume's and Agasha Sumiko both had a very poignant perspective on how best to keep the peace within Rokugan. That is to say, not always must we follow through with adjudicating the absolute truth of a matter, as much as we should adjudicate making sure that the empire remains cohesive and unified.
You make a point.
That being said, if you are all intrigued by the path that we walk on, I'm not going to be bullied aside from the investigation just because somebody sends a death threat to my door.
Oh, it's not even a death threat.
I'm just concerned about the influence, the...
Crystal?
Sorry, go ahead.
I couldn't hear which Crystal. She started to say something and then I couldn't hear her.
It's not really even a death threat.
Yeah, it is more a character assassination if I've ever seen one. It is a threat of our reputation, and
your
even
safety
then,
and your reputation.
I believe that our reputation far outpaces that of many others who attended this court. At least Ida-san, for sure, certain.
Even if it might possibly be an Imperial behind it.
If the Imperials are so ashamed of their incompetence, let their incompetence show. It is not us who is trying to... It is not our job. We're not here as representatives to protect Miyasatoshi or Tomo Koryusai and what efforts they may have failed in. It is not our job to point out those failings either. We're not here to gain the ire of the imperial families, but at the same time, if they are embarrassed by whatever incompetence has led to the Mantis arriving here, would not our continued investigation or inaction allow for the imperial families to wear that shame on their sleeve?
Mm-hmm. So you're saying, from what I take it, what you're saying is to just abandon our investigation?
I'm not saying that we should just abandon it. As I said, we could finish our investigation, but that information that we carry at that point,
nobody has to hear about it.
What goal we choose to achieve with that information does not need to be fully in line with what Kiraryoku or our hosts here at Winter Court might want that goal to be.
Mm-hmm.
That is all I am saying. I am intrigued by what the reason the Mantis are so keen at being in Winter Court is. I have a feeling I understand partially what they are attempting to do here, but I could be wrong. I could be being misled, and I'd like to know more about what their aims are. But that being the case, if their goal is simply legitimacy, and to be treated as any other clan has been, am I one who is to stand in their way?
I certainly don't want to stand in the way of somebody who's just trying to gain a better standing.
I mean, I don't want to stand in the way of equality, especially given the information I received, as well as the chat I had with Miyasatoshi.
Yeah.
I hate to sound like a scorpion, but information truly is power. And if we gather this information, we will have power over those who are involved in this plot. And if we so choose, we can afford latitude or lenience to those we see fit with that information.
So you're saying to use this information as a form of defense?
It would certainly protect us if somebody is trying to it truly aims to enact some form of character assassination upon us, or drag our reputations through the mud, or dishonor us in some way. I am no fan of those who would use their position and privilege to browbeat and intimidate those who might be their lessers. There's no way to live your life, and it is a shame that anyone should be able to be afforded such a right in this world. If it were up to me, I would strike them of their powers and show them humility as it should be.
I see.
But I do not run the courts, nor do I hold any weight within them. I am simply a samurai, much like you.
Yes. My whole reasoning and worry why I'm all up in my head on this is because people who run the courts are the Imperials themselves. So if they are asking us to stop or forego our character, then that has me a cause for concern, because then they can just throw all of our legitimacy out the window.
Early this morning, when I awoke to find the letter, I started to investigate a bit of the artfulness behind the message that was received. In doing so, it is clear to me that whoever wrote those letters was quite skilled with a pen and
Brush.
quite formal in their training. That could be a scribe of the imperial families. It could be a crane who has been practiced for decades in the courtly bureaucracy. It could be any trained scribe who is a part of any clan who might have interest in seeing our investigation squashed. That being said, I am less concerned with whoever those individuals are than I am with what they might do with the influence and power they would gain with the knowledge of what the Mantis are doing. To me, I have no loyalty that I owe to the crane. The imperial families, indeed, we all serve at the behest of the imperial families. We are given our rights and land and position by the Son of Heaven. And it is our job to protect the Son of Heaven and the Empire as a whole, as samurai of Rokugan. But that does not mean that we need to run around foolishly bandering or brandishing the political might of another clan so that others may not rise in social position. I have little reason to trust Ryoku or any of the Crane agents here in the city. The only person in the Crane clan that I have any trust for is Chioe. And unfortunately, I feel that she has always been a bit... Well, let us just say that she has been privileged the majority of her life and may not know the vicissitudes of the world.
Sheltered.
Indeed.
Raised for a specific purpose.
So, Tatsuo has been running around the gardens trying to find everybody. He doesn't know where they are. So take 2 points of fatigue, and you are kind of out of breath as you finally find them and come running up, with the dog skipping behind you.
Oh, Momo! Who's a good boy?
I'm a good boy.
So I'll somewhat unceremoniously take a seat on a bench.
Mobo's so
I'm
happy
sorry
he
for
wags
being
his
late.
tail so hard his entire butt wiggles back and forth.
What?
Looks like you got your calisthenics in for the day, Togashi-san.
Tato answers, most certainly, but once I got everything taken care of this morning, I came to find you as quickly as possible, and I'm glad I bumped into you here because I probably could have gone all over the town searching for you.
2 points of fatigue, Haas. I noticed you didn't put it in. I can see your stats. There you go.
Oh, hold on.
Well, I'm
Oh,
glad you made
yes,
it, Tatsuo.
that. There we go.
It's quite all right, Togashi-san. I expected the shipment would have taken a little longer than expected, so we were just discussing the situation at hand.
We haven't come
Just
to
to-
any solid conclusions yet.
Yes. Just to fill you in, I've discovered that the mantis never was sent an RSVP. They were received.
They were not sent an official invitation.
Yes.
Officially.
Oh, no, that's intriguing.
So.
Well, so Tatsuo responds, "It happened. They're here. Nothing much else can be done."
Precisely my point.
Well, I have nothing against them being here, or trying to better their position. But I am very curious about what happened.
I will say this. My dealings with the Mantis have proven to be far more straightforward and direct than any dealing I have had with any Crane in the entirety of my experience with the Crane clan. That being said, I am more interested at this point in confronting the Mantis directly and informing them of the intentions of Kiryoku to come to the bottom of why they have arrived and what their intentions are here at the court.
That sounds reasonable to me, too.
It is a interclan dispute, and before that boils over into outright conflict, we could do with informing the Mantis of these intentions and ensure that they are on their best behavior so as not to further any tensions that may arise from the Crane or the Imperial families for that matter. And perhaps doing them the favor might ingratiate us to them and perhaps provide fruit of its own.
So if we indeed actually get Kikita Ryoku asking us about the information on this, what are our plans with that then?
What do you mean?
I mean, she tasked us.
She asked us.
Yes.
She is in no position to task us with anything. She is not in your clan's hierarchy, is she?
No, she is not.
Is she your lord and superior?
Of course not.
Then she has
just
no right to task you with
asked a
anything.
favor.
She asked for a favor, and implied that she would return such a favor graciously. But we
Yes.
are in no way beholden to her wishes.
I mean, I did overhear a rumor, but I'm sure it's just a rumor about
A rumor, you say? I say as I pull out a fan.
someone in the Imperials.
Jealousy, you say? As I
Yeah.
fan myself even harder.
Like, what was that scorpion's name? That
Bayushi Kachiko.
Kachiko. That's right.
Oh,
Bayushi.
Now,
all right, we're back. Sorry about that, folks.
So,
Hopefully, most of our
Okay.
conversation wasn't missed.
The rumor about Kakita Ryoku.
Being jealous of Kachiko, Bayushi Kachiko.
you said
Yes.
the Imperials. Did you mean
I-
the Imperial families or the Bayushi family?
The Imperial, basically, I think you got confused. Bayushi Kachiko is
did.
the Imperial advisor,
that one.
and yeah,
replaced
Kakita Ryoku lost her position as Imperial advisor, and Bayushi Kachiko gained that position.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, guys, sorry about y'all in the chat. Yeah, it went black for about a couple seconds, but
Yeah.
I fixed it as quickly as I could.
And
Love that. Thanks, Juby, for
I don't
that.
know if you want to tell us the whole rumor, but it was that she was replaced. Basically, her boss wanted the younger, hotter secretary.
She got she got Melania Trump. That's what she got.
Bum bum bum. I don't know. Bayushi Kachiko is a mite bit more effective and like qualified for her position than Melania Trump.
Just a little bit.
The dad. She has more bona fides.
Yeah. What I wrote down was the Kakita Ryoku sneering at Bayushi
Kachiko.
Kachiko.
Chico, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, y'all all discussed all the information you have, I think. Now it's
Yep.
time for plan of action. What is your next move here?
Well, Tatsuo wouldn't know exactly what to do. He's like, well, he's ambivalent.
Get the mic
About
up
it.
next to you.
Oh, sorry. Tatsuo wouldn't know what to do with most of the information. He's like very ambivalent and not really interested in getting like too heavily involved in the politics. He's like, well, I'm just here for the Dragon Clan, and if you guys need my help, I'll assist.
Typical dragon just sitting in their mountain.
On top of their pile of gold.
Yeah.
Wait, we have gold?
sitting on silks and just like, well, we just got this one at this time. I don't want to be involved.
I think the dragon are the only ones with actual literal gold mines in their mountains.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Careful, Smaug is
Not
after
that they
you.
really use gold for much, but the trading
No,
stuff.
that's right. It's your patron. Smaug is your patron.
And the Phoenix have silver in them hills.
Also, let me see if I could adjust my microphone output in the settings here.
Microphone.
Yes, microphone.
Microphone.
Yes, microphone
So-
settings on Zoom.
As far as action, as Kage said earlier, his intention is to go talk to the mantis, like set up a meeting with the mantis. Maybe just talk to them informally during the party.
That's what I think too. Let those
And,
higher up guys know what's going on.
Yeah, and there's more schemes that Kage wants to enact as part of this whole thing, but those are not necessarily in line with the group goals.
Somebody doesn't
Sorry, I
want
just
us
read
to
the chat.
find
When
out
did
what's going
dragons
on.
become leprechauns? And Juvie responded, "LOL. Are they really that different?"
not much. Leprechauns have tattoos that are magical in nature and give them the ability to burn them, immolate themselves and those around them. Same thing with dragons. Pretty much the exact same.
And dragon monks can produce fake gold at will, right?
Now I'm going to think that all dragons are gingers.
Love their
I am a ginger.
Kidding.
So it's true. Elections are true.
So Kage definitely has some political aims that he wants to engage in throughout the rest of the day. Though I don't know that he has really marching orders for everybody. So really, if we want to continue the investigation, we should probably set up a plan for doing so. But other than that, I say people need to go about their business the way that they choose to.
I'm kind of lost. At
All
the
right.
moment with the
So,
information that I have.
Here's
now.
the thing. This afternoon, there's a sumai competition.
Yes.
Is everybody going to that sumai competition?
I am.
As a spectator.
All right.
As a spectator.
All right.
I'm surprised that he does not like, I'm getting in on this. A chance
Well-
to actually test myself.
I'm really good at defense and at melee with a weapon, but not so great with unarmed or ranged.
I mean, like a sumo is like a wrestling competition.
Yeah,
so,
unarmed.
Okay. What about fitness? Would that count as something that you can use?
Probably
For
as, like, a
defending,
defensive strategy,
It's
but
always reasonable for defending.
Now, the better question is if someone challenged you to join.
So this is how I'm going to run. I'll tell you in advance how I'm going to run the sumai competition.
Okay.
There is going to be a number of rounds. During those rounds, I will be just doing a single roll for each one of the competitors until you get to the last round. If you get to the last round, you will fight the Yokozuna. We will be pulling out my alternate dueling rules for the sumai, and you will
Which
be
I have
doing
on standby.
and we will be doing a full like wrestling duel if and only if you make it to the Yokozuna. So I'm gonna say it's probably going to be 3 rounds of just regular professionals, but like working your way up through the ladder, and then the 4th person you fight will be the Yokozuna. If you made it that far, it's single match elimination.
and it's all gonna be unarmed, right? Martial arts unarmed.
It's all martial arts unarmed until you get to the final battle, and I think there is some there is fitness that you can use. Let me double check the
But of course,
go to my self-published
for
RPGs.
defending yourself.
Yep.
Well, I know Kage is probably gonna sit out the unarmed wrestling, but I want to politic while I'm at the event. So
Would I be able to do at least a little bit of a short break to kind of get rid of the fatigue that he got while searching for the others?
There'll be ways to make a short break. Yes, there are 2 things you can do. In my alternate dueling rules, there is martial arts and fitness. Both of them have both of them are useful in it. So, anyways, there's not much more in the morning. If you're gonna go to the sumai competition, you'll want to get seats and everything, and so you might want to get a little bit of lunch and then go to the sumai competition, or you can skip that if you really need to do something this morning.
Well,
I can't think of what Tatsuo would want to do afterwards, so he's probably just going to get a bit of lunch and then get ready for the competition.
All right.
I'll join Tatsuo on that. He's like, you worked hard today.
Thank you.
And I've been running around just as much, so I think we need a break.
Hmm.
I'm also kind of lost with this current situation with all the information that I received, and I have no clue how am I going to proceed.
I
a lot
Before-
of planets of fire.
I'm going to invite Ikoma Rumiko to a little lunch and have a little conversation with her.
She is not
After-
around.
Not around.
She's not around. You don't know where she went.
Not enough time to go find her, probably. And make it to the competition before it starts.
Well,
Which, if you can make a courtier check if you want to find out something, like
What's she
yeah,
up to?
a courtesy. You make like a courtesy check to try and figure it out.
I'll be right back. I need to take a quick bio break.
okay.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna go back to the Crab Clan guest house for some lunch.
Yep.
I'll kind of just ask around. Here's my courtesy check.
All
I'm
right.
going courtesy water because I'm going to be, just talking to the people around the embassy.
Sounds perfectly reasonable.
2 successes and 3 opportunities.
Okay. Spot a physical detail present in your environment not directly related to your check. Okay. So, this is what you notice. First, we'll do your opportunity. What you notice is, as you're walking through your Lion Clan guest house, you notice that little hole right next to your door where that note was stuck.
Anything about it? Out of the ordinary?
It was stuck there.
Well, yeah, but I was aware that there was a hole in my door.
Well, yes. You are aware of that. You wonder, looking at it, if if your friends have a similar hole next to their door. Okay, you talk about Ikoma Rumiko, and some people say that she has been frequenting a place called Momo's Place, a peach wine house, in an alley off the main road in town, where she gambles and drinks with merchants. And she does it until sunrise. So she might still be in town.
This lady is a badass.
So what did I miss?
Nothing.
We're covering Kage's. Bing.
I just sprayed some clue juice all over Tarek.
Yeah, it was sexy. I have a raging clue on right now.
Okay, everybody gets to go up to the Sumai competition, which is held at the Elegant Theater of Lady Doji. It has been converted into a Sumai ring.
An elegant theater, you say, involving wrestling? Oh my.
Just wait till you see the pyrotechnics.
Who's performing for the opening act?
There are more Crane here. We'll put in some NPCs. We'll say Akoma Ryusai is here.
Otomo Koryusai?
Otomo Koryusai.
The
We will
Otomo.
say that Yori Tomo is here, because that's something he'd like to watch. Yeah, this crab dude, he's up there. He's watching.
Crab dude.
And how about Chagatai? Chagatai likes to party.
Yeah.
Chugs.
I'm surprised he's not participating.
Yeah, I'm surprised
He
about
is.
that too.
And Mitsu will watch
Not
as
sure
well.
on that. A dragon monk not participating. That sounds a
These
little bit
dudes-
weird, except, I mean, I guess he's kind of
These guys are
high ranking for that.
Yeah, these guys are professional wrestlers. Like, this is what they do. They're sumo competitors, and they're not like they're not all samurai. They're just like they're high ranking peasant class people that this is what they do for a living. And they're not going to stop a samurai from participating, but it's like samurai defend the empire, and these guys wrestle.
Entertain.
So there is a monk in the middle of the ring. He's sanctifying the ring for between each match, and he pours rice out, and he has a little paper flag that he incantates towards the ring to whatever he chants and makes it purified with his special monk and kami powers.
Just basically performs a ritual.
Kami powers.
Yeah, there's a ritual, a cleansing ritual. It's in the book. You can take it. All right. So there are all sorts of different competitors, and you see some matches, and finally it's time for Togashi Tatsuo to take the ring. And Togashi Tatsuo, your first opponent, is not the biggest guy. This looks like to be the Glass Joe of the arena. So you're going to make a martial arts roll. Unarmed martial arts to try and defeat him.
Okay. I think I might take an earth approach for it.
You're going to take an earth approach. All right, go for it.
And I also just noticed I forgot to clean up my modifiers, so here we go. I'll take the 3 successes. I mean, what's the TN on him? Because I don't want to well, I don't want
Technically,
Tatsuo to,
this is a
make it
contested. Technically, this is a
embarrassing for the guy.
contested roll, so there is
what
no.
you roll versus what he rolls.
Exactly.
Just like in a fight.
So I'll take those 3 successes without strife.
Okay, you handily defeat him as you push him out of the ring. Boom, 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 boom. And out he goes. All right, you raise up to the ladder to your next competitor. This guy seems a bit tougher. A bit more skilled.
Okay.
So you may attempt to use your martial arts to defeat him.
Okay. I will go ahead and you know what? I'll stick with Earth for now until I get to the more tougher opponents. All right. Well, just in case, I will go ahead and keep the explosive, the opportunity, and the regular success. So let's go ahead and re-roll that explosive. I'm not gonna keep that other opportunity.
Okay, you'll gain a strife.
All right.
Okay. This second guy, he is tougher. You barely are able to get him out of the ring, but with your opportunity, you're able to do it with a little bit of flair and get him out. And in doing so, you can get yourself a glory point.
Oh, sweet. I'm back up to 80.
All right.
79 has been bothering me.
A couple more matches come on. A lot of the lower ranked wrestlers are taken out. And now you are at your semifinals here. If you can beat this guy, you can fight the Yokozuna.
All right. Let's see. I think I might go for fire this time. Just in case. All right. So let's go ahead and roll.
Oh, nice.
All right. So let's see. I will go ahead and keep those 2 successes without strife and the explosive success. Re-roll that explosive. And I'll keep that opportunity too.
Opportunity without strife.
So, what's your roll again? I forgot.
So I'll keep the explosive success, and 2 of those successes without strife.
And an opportunity.
Yeah, and the opportunity that was rolled
All right, this guy is very skilled, and you also barely get him out of the ring, but you do, and with a little bit of flair, you can get 1 more glory point for that.
Sweet.
Glorious.
Wow, going on to the finals.
It is the finals. Okay. The ring is cleared, and the Yokozuna approaches. The ring is re-sanctified, and there's this massive man with kind of rippling muscles, but also like a good deal of fat on him.
Ooh.
Keeps
He
him
seems
low to the ground.
pretty solid. He's low. Yeah, he's low to the ground. Both of you come up to the center,
Mm-hmm.
and he begins to center himself.
Yes.
Give me a second.
Full dueling rules.
Yeah, I'm looking through the rules too that Corey set up.
TN1 martial arts.
You know what? I should probably visit our Patreon page
and
and download those.
Give me a moment, guys. I'm just reading some rules here.
If you want me to, I could send you my Dropbox link for that specific file if you need it.
Okay. No,
Oh, no,
I'm
thanks.
looking at
I'm all
something
good.
else.
All right.
Okay.
Oh. Oh.
Okay, he'll keep that.
So many exploders all in a row.
I know.
I was
the
like-
competition hasn't even started yet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, this is something else.
Yes.
He's centering himself.
I was like, wow, half of his dice are blank. That's not good for him. Oh, exploder.
Okay.
Exploder.
And a third. Eek.
He's not going to keep that third exploder because he wants to keep his strike down.
Yeah.
Ah.
And that's still 3 successes,
And
which is a
And
decent
an
number.
opportunity too. So he's
Okay.
gonna be a little bit on the flashy side.
Doing whatever
as
he's doing.
he centers himself,
Mm-hmm.
his hands give off a slight glow
I mean, I figure he's meditating.
as his hands give off a slight glow,
Mm-hmm.
and the air around them become a little warm.
Ooh. He's using a keyhole.
He's powering up.
He's just going Super Saiyan.
He's there going, "Ah!"
Why does
Yeah.
This is gonna take a while, everybody. We got like 3 episodes of filler to go.
Oh god.
You both bow to start the competition, and the monk priest gives the signal to begin. First round. So this is a duel. So it follows the traditional duel rules. So let me go find them.
And how many momentum points do I need to get give him a ring out, or with me a ring out too?
Okay. So this is how this works. Movement is shown in momentum points. If one combatant gains momentum, the other loses.
So it's basically
Oh,
you have to have a certain amount of momentum more than
Yes.
the other person.
I'm sorry. If one combatant gains momentum and the other loses, Those in the duel both move towards the side of the boundary closest to the combatant that lost momentum. If a combat gains momentum and the opponent does not lose, or vice versa, that could be expressed in lateral movement or repositioning in the ring. Momentum points. During a wrestling duel, a combatant can apply pressure to push an opponent towards a boundary. Unlike momentum points in social encounters, in wrestling match, they may ebb and wane. This means you can get closer to your boundary as your opponent loses momentum and you gain momentum, and vice versa. To win a match by ring out, you must accumulate a number of momentum points equal to double your opponent's Earth Ring. A character cannot have less than 0 momentum points. So, I need to get double your Earth Ring, and you need to get double my Earth Ring. You don't know what our Earth Rings are.
So I have 3 Earth Rings.
We know what Tatsuo's is.
Well, you now know what mine is. You see my roll here. I have 3 Earth.
Oh, so we both have to get 6.
We both have to get 6. So, let us begin. First is initiative. So this is done like regular initiative. It is a meditation technique, a meditation check.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
it's going to be meditation, TN1. Meditation is a martial skill. He is going to use Earth.
All right, and I will also use Earth as well. Whoa.
Wow.
I'll go ahead and let you finish your roll first, and then I'll do my roll.
Big Yokozuna.
All right.
Hefty.
Wait, that's
that
not what I
just
wanted.
rolled the whole thing.
Yeah, I just re-rolled the whole thing. There, that's what I meant to do. Okay, so I'll keep the 3 success, the 1 success and the 2 success, explosive successes, and then the extra success. So I'll have a 4 plus your focus. So his initiative starts out at a 9.
Whoa, he has a high focus.
All right, so let me go ahead and do my meditation Earth roll. And let's see, I will keep... Man.
Icthelian said, dude, I've played Street Fighter. This is a bad sign.
So let's see.
That is
I'll
a
keep those
really
3
good
successes. I wish I could keep more, but...
Too bad there's no exploders.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got...
That's not a lot. That's good. Not a lot of strife there for you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you got 3 successes without strife.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm happy about that.
So you got 3 successes. Plus your focus is...
Also, during lunchtime, was I able to reduce my fatigue?
No.
Well, your fatigue should be down to half of your endurance, though,
Yeah,
because it's a new
it's
scene.
at 2 right now, so...
We'll say
Just want to
through...
make sure I give myself a clean slate
No,
beforehand.
that's not how this works, buddy. You wear
Okay.
yourself out before a match. That happens.
All right.
If you... no, not for fatigue. I was gonna say strife can be reduced by engaging in your passion, but that's not what this is.
Yeah, you'd have to like literally go and get treated for your fatigue.
Or sleep.
Medicine,
If
do it,
resting
or-
for the night reduces your fatigue by your water times 2.
Okay.
So, what's your focus, buddy?
My focus... Oh, yeah, I forgot to look. Duh.
So 3
So
plus your focus.
my focus is 5.
So 8.
8.
Mm-hmm.
Your initiative is 8.
So just under Yokozuna's.
So, now we're in the Staredown. During the Staredown, we both receive 1 strife. You get 1, I get 1.
All right.
Because the amount of strife is equal to the number of the round you're in.
That's correct.
Oh, yeah, that.
Then, we both can bid a number of strife. Each character who is not compromised may bid additional strife to increase their initiative for that round. To bid, each participating character chooses a number between 0 and their focus value. Then simultaneously reveal their number. So in the chat box on Roll20, write down a number. And then at the count of 3, we'll hit the enter button and it will be revealed. Ready?
All right.
1, 2, 3.
3.
All right.
Ooh.
Take 3 strife, but your initiative goes up to 11.
11.
And you go first.
All right.
So your actions here, you are within range 1. So to attack him with unarmed, you're gonna have to get into range 0.
Which is just like 1 step.
Yeah. So you can use movement to get into range 0. You can change your stance.
Yes, I think I'll go ahead and change my stance to water, because at least it gives me like two actions.
Okay. You're in water stance.
All right, and
You can prepare an item, strike, push, or hold.
all right.
You probably don't want to prepare an item because that is most
Yeah,
likely
that
illegal.
would be legal in this match. So I think I will, get closer to him and strike.
All right.
All right. What do I roll for that?
It's striking, so it's unarmed martial arts plus your stance, which is water.
All right.
Just a normal unarmed attack.
All right.
No exploders.
So I will
Plenty of
keep
successes with
all
strife.
those okay, so I'll keep 2 of those successes with strife and the one without strife.
Okay. Gain some strife. And you smack him. Pack! With an unarmed strike. Unarmed strike does how much damage?
Okay, let me take a look.
Armed.
So
probably extra
would that
for
count as a
him.
punch?
Yep.
So damage is 1 and deadliness is 2.
All right. So he takes 1 fatigue as you slap him.
I was gonna say, for us normies, a punch is 0 damage, but I know monks are special.
All right. He will counter.
Smack.
He is going to stay in Earth stance. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna. Do I want Earth stance or do I want to change this? I'm gonna change to Void stance.
Ooh. Gain no strife.
Okay, I'm gonna change to Void stance. It's not as good.
It's not a bad idea for Tatsuo. Because I know he's got a good void.
And then
ring.
I'm going to spend
know,
a
I know.
Void. I'm going to spend a Void on this. And I am going to attempt a push move.
Oh!
Ooh.
I don't have to worry about any of those strifes. All right. So I'm keeping both of the exploders and one of those. So that's 4 and an opportunity. Actually, you had an extra success last turn. You had 3 successes. You only need 2 to hit with a strife, so he takes 2 fatigue because you
damage.
take an extra 1 for each. Yeah,
Okay.
that's how that works.
It is.
All right, so he needed a TN2 martial arts, so he got that.
+2.
If he succeeds, he gains 1 momentum point, and your opponent loses 1 momentum point, but you're at 0, so that doesn't matter. For every 2 bonus successes, gain an additional momentum point. So he gains 2 momentum points as he pushes you back. and he has an opportunity. So he's going to choose a ring other than void and reduce the TN of his next check. He's going to choose Earth.
That's great.
He's going to choose Earth.
Ah.
So
All right.
you smacked him. He gets a tiny little red welt on his chest, and he just grabs you, picks you up, and moves you closer to the back of the ring.
Ooh, I gotta turn the tide on that.
All right. We're going to the top of the round. It's the stare down again. All initiatives are reset to their normal value.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 9 to 8 again. You can. We both take 2 strife. That is, it's our second round.
Ooh. All right.
Yeah. Don't stripe yourself out in front of this huge crowd.
Yeah.
All right. The next thing that happens is we can both bid strife.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see here. Oh, you're at a lot of strife so far.
Yeah. Yeah, I was hoping to take a calming breath, like last.
Oh,
turn.
you can take a calming breath. You only took 1 action, so you could have taken a calming breath.
Yeah. Okay.
Take
So
it down
I'll go
by
ahead and
1.
reduce it by 2.
I was gonna say it, but I didn't
1.
want to
Reduce
see
it by
more.
1.
Oh, by 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
You can reduce your fatigue and strife by 1.
Only if they're above. Only if they're above half.
Yeah, I don't think his fatigue is above half. Or, actually, I don't know. Because you already wore yourself out a little before you got there.
No, it's just he's only got a fatigue of 2. No worries.
Oh, alright.
I didn't give him any.
He didn't get attacked, he just got pushed.
Yeah. So, we're gonna write in the chat box again how much strife we're bidding, and revealing it in 3, 2, 1. Okay, gain 2 strife. You go first.
All right. So I am going to change my stance into void.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go ahead and what was it? Not strike, but what was it? Push. I am going to attempt to push him.
Okay.
Push would be the relevant one for wrestling.
Mm-hmm. So void. And you know what? I think I'll also spend a void for that as well. Just to make sure I keep him on his toes.
Or
Right.
perhaps push him off of them. Aw, man. That's unlucky.
Wow, dice! You're really pushing my patience.
2 blanks.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll keep the success and opportunity, and the success, and I don't know what that
2
like opportunity will
opportunities?
extra opportunity will do for me. But let's see.
Okay. So you have 3 opportunity and 2 successes.
Mm-hmm.
So, for a push, you can spend opportunity to make your opponent lose 1 fatigue per opportunity spent that way.
Wait, what?
If
Okay,
you
so-
succeed on a push, which
Ah.
a TN2 martial arts check, so you got 2 successes. If you
Mhm.
succeed, your opponent loses 1 fatigue per opportunity spent in that way. So you can you can reduce his or increase his fatigue by 3.
Oh, increase his fatigue?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I wrote it kind of funky.
There's
Yeah, I
also
was about
just
to say, so it benefits my opponent.
no.
I guess I'm gonna have to rephrase that in the rules. Yeah, they're supposed to gain fatigue, not lose.
Okay, so I'll do that instead.
There's also under general uses for void the thing that he already used last round, where you can reduce the TN of your next check by 1 for a ring other than void.
Okay, I'll do that for my Earth Ring.
Okay, so he'll take 2 fatigue then.
Okay.
Okay, he's taking 2 fatigue.
Mm-hmm.
He will attempt to attack you back. Oh, wait. We gotta resolve the effect. So if you succeed, you gain 1 momentum point, and your opponent loses 1 momentum point. Here's the thing. He's in Void Stance, and in Void Stance, he reduces the amount of momentum he loses by 1. So he loses no momentum, but
Okay.
you gain a momentum.
So you guys kind of
Evened out.
Yeah, we kind of turned and moved a little laterally in the ring.
Yep. But the struggle is visible. Everyone's on the edge of their seats.
Well, this is the final match.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He is going to try and push you out once more. This time he's going to use Earth.
He only needs 1.
He only needs a T. Yep, T and a 1. And he's going to spend his other void. So. Oh, dang. So he's only going to keep the 2 successes without opportunity.
You mean without strife?
Oh, wait, no. He can keep all 3. His TN's only 1. So he's going to keep all 3 of those and an opportunity. So he'll gain a strife. You're in Void Stance. Okay. So this is what happens. You will I will push you for 2 momentum points. I'm at 4. You will lose only 1 momentum point, not 2.
Okay.
Because you're in Void Stance, but you only have 1 momentum point. So I still I'm pushing you way closer to the edge now.
Mm-hmm.
You are maybe a round or 2 away from losing this competition. He's going to spend his opportunity to give you a fatigue.
All right.
Getting interesting now.
It is getting interesting now. Okay, this is where it's gonna get the most interesting. Next turn comes around. It's the Staredown. Both of us gain
Gain
3
3
fatigue.
strife.
3 strife.
And I'm already over my composure.
And I'm over my composure. You know what this means?
What?
Neither of you can keep any results with strife on them.
No, it's finishing blow time.
Oh.
Oh, right, because that's the duel thing.
When a combatant becomes compromised, an opening
Wait.
appears and can be taken advantage of.
Both of you finishing blow each other at the same
At
time?
the same time.
That's what happened with me and Chagatai.
The rules act as traditional finishing blows with these changes. Instead of an attack, a character gains an immediate push action. If the push is successful, gain 2 momentum points and your opponent loses 1.
Push him good, Tatsuo.
Yeah, and I'm trying,
Oh, wait.
trying to remember
Matt,
the...
I forgot. You were on Earth Stance last... Were you on Earth Stance or Void
He
Stance?
was on Void.
He was
I
on
was in
Void
Void Stance,
yeah.
but I'm planning to switch to Earth Stance.
You can't switch right now. You have to use what you're using right
It's
now.
an immediate
Okay.
opening.
It's an immediate opening.
Okay, so...
And since we're both compromised, neither of us can keep dice with strife on them.
all right, and...
That's what made me miss my attack roll against Chagatai.
Okay. And I think I might use my last void to, help improve the odds a bit. All right, so I'll go ahead and roll.
I got no strife on my roll.
Both of your successes have strife.
Oh no!
But, I mean, does it not count if it's void?
No, you can't keep any dice with strife on them. If there's a strife symbol on the die, you cannot keep them.
Unless you
Ah.
ask.
I'm not gonna unmask. That would mean me, like,
He'd
just
have to run
running out
away
the
and
ring,
not come
I'm
back.
Not gonna do that.
So
He's
the
gonna lose with
Yokozuna,
honor.
Yokozuna will succeed, gaining 2 more momentum points, pushing Matt out of the ring, Togashi Tatsuo out of the ring. Togashi Tatsuo falls out of the rope, and everybody cheers in the Yokozuna. Rah! Yokozuna!
The crowd goes wild.
Oh, the entire crowd. Yokozuna! Yokozuna!
So Tatsuo's gonna get up and congratulate Yokozuna, like, with
Oh,
a
yeah,
hearty
he'll-
handshake.
Of course.
Definitely. Oh, you are a great opponent.
So are you.
You just need more practice on your technique. You can one day defeat me, I am sure. But I am also always refining my technique, and I will be
right.
waiting.
I'll see if I can come do some practice matches with you. But thank you for the honor of dueling with me. It was a pleasure.
All right. So you place second, which is really good. Gain 3 more glory, and that's it for this. As everybody cheers, and
Yeah, you got 5 glory for this match.
Pretty solid.
And I assume my strife resets.
nope,
No. Oh.
nope.
You're
As the scene
still
ends,
in the fight scene.
when the scene ends, you go down to half your composure.
Okay.
Yep.
Woo! Like, even I was tensing up. I'm like, ooh, it's a close one. No, wait, the dice was not in my favor.
The dice were not in your favor, but it was a good match.
Indeed.
Sometimes-
All right,
that
guys.
happens.
Everybody get an experience point for this game. That's it. We're done. That's our 2 hours, buddy.
Nice.
Almost 2.5.
There's a little
Or,
after
no, we
party.
started a
Y'all
little
can meet
late.
the wrestlers and chat and do those things, and we'll pick up next game at the Mantis
Yeah.
party.
All right.
All right. Hey, I hope y'all had fun. I hope you had fun watching at home. If you watched this entire video or listened to it like it's a podcast or something, hey, you obviously liked it. Hit the like button. Other than that, sayonara.
Sayonara!